Now, God did not speak to Abram. Look what the text says. Look at chapter 13, verse 14. It says, and the Lord said unto Abram, when? After. But while Lot was there, God said nothing about the vision. When God speaks about the vision, there are certain things that got to be cleared out of your life. So he says here, Abram, now that Lot is gone, I'm going to show you the vision that I promised you back in chapter 12. Because he said here, leave the land of your father. Leave the land of your familiarity and go to a land that I'm going to show that vision you. And he now begins to show him the vision that he has for Abram. And I'll continue with this tomorrow night, but listen, let me give you the end before the rest of it. If you notice here, Abram receives the vision. He says, Abram, as far as your eyes can see, everything you see, that's what I'm going to give you. But now, if you'll notice here that God says everything you see, he didn't say, I've already given it to you. But he said, I'm going to give it to you. Well, which gives me to know that there is something that Abraham must do. Well, in order to receive what God has for him. Well, so God said, arise and walk through the land. Well, in other words, step on what you see. Well, and everything you see, if you don't step on it, I'm not going to give it to you. Well, in other words, your faith goes only as far as you can step. Do I have a witness? I heard him sing, oh, look to the north, oh, look to the south, then look to the east, and look to the west. But looking ain't all you got to do. And we'll talk more about this walking tomorrow. But the last thing he did was, the Bible said, he began to worship him. I said he began to worship and thank God for what he was going to do. And I wondered why was Abraham worshiping and why was he shouting? But he was shouting over something that wouldn't come to pass while he was living. But what I thought about is he was shouting not for himself but for his children. Hey God, all right. Yes. Yeah. Oh, every now and then, men, you ought to shout about what God will do for your children. You ought to shout over your grandchildren. Every time I look at my grandchildren, I can't help but get happy because I think about son, God made me a promise about your life. Daughter, God made me a promise about your life. If you only knew him, if I could see him, or you could see him, what I see, yeah. Did he make you a promise? I said, did he make you a promise? Did he make you a promise? Can you see it? Can you see it? But oh, not only do you have to see it, you got to step on it. And I got a witness here. I'm stepping on my healing. I'm stepping on my deliverance. Anybody in here stepping? You want to step with me? Come on out in the aisle. Step on it. Step on it. Oh! step on it. Oh, step on it.